Today we're diving into one of the most infamous sitcoms in British TV history, a show that was a ratings smash, a cultural talking point, and is now considered perhaps the most controversial programme ever broadcast. This is the story of Love Thy Neighbour, the sitcom that made Britain laugh and wince. Love Thy Neighbour first aired in 1972 on ITV. It was created by Vince Powell and Harry Driver, the same writing duo behind several popular sitcoms of the era. The premise was simple. Eddie Booth, a white working-class socialist, finds new neighbours moving in next door. The twist? They're a black couple, Bill and Barbie Reynolds. What followed was a sitcom built almost entirely around racial tension, misunderstandings, and insults traded across the garden fence. The show revolved around Eddie's discomfort with his new neighbours, contrasted with Bill's calm and confident responses. The humour came from their constant bickering, at home, in the pub, and even at work. Eddie was portrayed as narrow-minded and insecure. Bill was portrayed as intelligent, articulate, and often the winner of the arguments. On paper, it was meant to expose prejudice. In practice, the language used made it one of the most controversial sitcoms ever broadcast. Despite the controversy, the show ran for 8 series, plus a feature film, proof of just how popular it was at the time. When Love Thy Neighbour first aired, it was a massive ratings success. Millions tuned in every week, and it became one of ITV's most watched sitcoms. Some viewers saw it as harmless fun, a comedy about two neighbours who couldn't get along, regardless of their race, but critics and community groups were far less impressed. Some argued that the show's use of racial slurs, even in satirical context, normalised prejudice rather than challenging it. Others felt that the audience were laughing with Eddie and not at him. The debate grew so heated that the show became a lightning rod for discussions about racism in Britain. Today, Love Thy Neighbour is rarely repeated on British television. When it does appear, it's often accompanied by warnings about outdated attitudes. Modern audiences tend to view the show as deeply problematic, not just because of the language used, but because the humour relies so heavily on stereotypes and confrontation. Some media historians argue that the show was attempting to criticise racism by making Eddie the butt of the joke. They point out Bill is consistently portrayed as the more reasonable and intelligent character. But even with that intention, the show's execution makes it difficult to watch through modern lens. It stands as a reminder how Britain once approached race on television and how far things have come. Love Thy Neighbour remains one of the most controversial sitcoms in British history, a show that captured the tensions of the time, sparked national debate, and continues to divide opinion today. Whether you see it as satire gone wrong, a product of its era, or a valuable piece of social history, there's no denying its impact. And if you enjoyed this look at Britain's forgotten or controversial TV past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me what you'd like me to explore next. See you in the comments.
A great deal easier, life will be breezier if you love thy neighbor.